My journey started with a conversation with an old school friend. This is how it went.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we think maybe that's had something to do with the dementia.
Oh, right.
Because he was a heavy drinker. Did your grandma
No.
have anything similar to that?
Oh, yeah, she smoked all her life. Man,
Whole
she
life?
smoked all her life,
Yeah.
and she likes white wine. That's her drink.
Oh,
She'd
yeah,
love
yeah, yeah.
like I'd walk in on her, and 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and she'd have a bottle of white wine, and she'd be drinking it, and it'd be like 1 in the afternoon on a Monday.
So you're not a doctor or anything, but
No.
from your own opinion, do you think that drinking and smoking can affect
Well,
people with dementia?
Well, I don't. Let's put it this way. I don't know if it can directly, cause dementia, but I think if someone's got dementia and they're using this to cope with it, it can cause some other seriously bad health issues, like liver failure and kidney failure.
Jordan, how old were you when your grandma was diagnosed with dementia?
It was about 3-4 years ago. I think I just started secondary school.
You just started secondary school?
Yeah, and that was a bit tough, obviously being in year 7.
Yeah.
And you're just coming into big school, and
and
you got to handle this back at home and stuff. And obviously all the time, every Sunday we'd go over to my nan and granddad's for dinner. All the family would come round, and you'd always have a good time, good banter, and everyone would be joking around. And then when it happens, we laugh around. And all of a sudden, someone will mention the memory that everyone, I remember that, and then all of a sudden they don't remember it. You know what I mean?
And it's kind of like awkward
it's
tension.
It's tension. Yeah, you're sitting there, and the energy in the room, just everyone's don't know where to look.
Makes you very upset,
you know
because you don't, it's all because your family know what's going on. Were your grandpa or was your grandma aware that she had dementia? Because
she's very self-aware. She doesn't beat around the bush. She knows what's happening and how it's happening.
Yeah.
So she used to laugh about it. She used to joke about it and stuff like that. So it wasn't she used to it was a good it was comfortable, it was comfortable.
It must have been hard though, especially at the age and your family, it must have been really hard.
It was distracting. I think that's the best word to use, distracting. I think that's probably the best word to use, because obviously when you don't really understand it fully, you don't understand the extent, you know what I mean? You don't understand how far it goes.
Until, for example, when my granddad was diagnosed with dementia, I didn't really know much about the disease until I started researching into it. I imagine that's the same for you. This was last year. Okay. He was only diagnosed last year, so it's recent. But my granddad was diagnosed with vascular dementia, which is the type of dementia where he can remember stuff from years ago.
Oh right, but not in the. So it's like a short-term memory.
Yeah, short-term memory, which is hard because when I went to go see him at the care home, it was upsetting because sometimes he'd forget my name. Yeah. He forgot my birthday and stuff like that.
It was the same with
me. But when I was there, it was alright because he was still himself. But there was obviously sad parts about it which made me upset.
Well, with my nan, I'd go to her house, and when I walked in, she wouldn't remember. She'd just think, but she'd pretend. She'd be, oh, you're right. But you always know when they're faking it. You always know when they're pretending to know you.
Yeah, because it's your family.
Exactly. Yeah, because they're like, why are they being a bit off? But they're acting. They go, I remember you. But they don't. You can see it in their eyes. But then we'd be like,
it's a little bit heartbreaking, isn't it?
It is. It's very. It's sad. It's confusing. I think that's the best word to use, confusing. But the thing was, I'd go to the toilet, right, and I'd come downstairs, and then she'd remember who I was. She'd like, oh, you're like, and then you could see it was real. All of a sudden, just like that,
because of the facial expression.
Exactly.
And stuff like.
Oh no, even we'd be sitting around and she'll bring up a story of the past, what we did, and I was like, oh, you
remember that?
You're in the room now.
Yeah, so you understand.
Yeah, exactly.
After getting an insight of what it's like to have a member of your family diagnosed with dementia, I wanted to find out the experiences professional care workers go through. I was lucky enough to speak to a nurse at Ravensbourne Care Home. Why you wanted to be a nurse in the first place?
It started off that, when I was quite young, I had to look after myself from quite a young age. So it was nice to know that there are people out there that do need that help. They don't have people out there to sit there and, give them basic everyday needs. And so little things, to me, they can be appreciated, just when it comes to just giving somebody a wash, giving somebody breakfast, even just being a bit of company. Everybody needs that.
Yeah, does your job satisfy you? Do you think it's like...
Yeah, it makes me feel better to know that, I can get up and I can make somebody's life a difference. It doesn't matter what it is, big, small, just to know that even just them 2 words, thank you, or them 3 words, I appreciate you. It's nice to know that there are people out there who can make a difference.
But your job, it's not an easy job, is it?
No.
There must be a lot of stuff. Can you tell me something that you struggle with?
Oh, well, you know, we have got quite a few people in there with learning difficulties.
Yeah.
So they are a higher risk. You know, we have to see them as more vulnerable people compared to, you know, me and you.
Yeah.
So for them, it's not as easy for them to make a decision, but it's also harder for them to open up to people. You know, it's not easy for them to be able to just sit there and say how they feel or say what they want to say.
Yeah.
You know, so they've got people like us that are good listeners, good understands, and we're there through the good and the bad. And no matter what, they have got somebody to sit there who will understand them.
So how long have you been working there?
I've been doing care for 4 years now. But my latest job where I work now, I've been there for just over 2.5 years.
Alright, so specifically dementia patients, that's what my whole thing is about. Do you work with dementia patients a lot?
Yeah, we do have a few, you know, clients in there that do suffer from mainly women as well. We don't have any men at the moment, but we have got quite a few women residents with high cases of dementia.
Now, what's it like? Because my granddad doesn't get home. He, when he was diagnosed with dementia, he suddenly started craving sugar. So in his care home, in the middle of the night, he would go there, take all the sugar and eat it, and they had to lock it away. Is there similar problems like that at where you work?
Yeah, we've got, it's, you know, food in general with our patients. Sometimes there's certain foods that they can't get enough of and that's all they eat, and other times they don't eat at all. And that's where we come in to encourage and make sure that they do eat it. You know, in some cases they forget what the food is in general, but it's something that they've eaten pretty much all their life.
Because I know there's different types of dementias, aren't there?
Yeah.
I think my granddad, he was diagnosed with vascular
dementia.
Yeah. So he remembers me when I was like a baby and stuff, but he won't remember what he has for breakfast and stuff
like now present memories is not the two main ones are vascular and Alzheimer's. We've got quite a lot of people with Alzheimer's.
And what's the difference between the two? Could you explain?
Well, vascular, you know, like you said, it's remembering memories from the past but not present memories. Alzheimer's is more of a case of memories are remembered from the present, but they don't remember things from the past. You know, like you could be married for 50 years and then, you know, one day suddenly you think that person you know, is there, but then you don't know who that person is, but you've woke up to them for all them years, but they'll be able to tell you where they went 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
But they can't tell you that they was married to somebody for 50 years.
It must be difficult working with dementia patients. Like, you must have situations where I don't know, can you tell me a situation where something's happened with...
Yeah, we've got one lady in our workplace. She's actually deteriorated quite quickly. She's been there for nearly 2 years now, and she was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, but we didn't actually notice how quick she deteriorated from being such an independent lady to a point where now she wanders a lot. She can become very aggressive. She forgets to wash. You know, when she first came, all of that was something she had a routine of. Yeah. And now,
as my journey came to an end, I decided to make one last stop. I decided to go visit my granddad in a care home in West London.
Oh, with my thought.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
And I could not think straight. And then anxiety comes in.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, look at now, where did I put, what is now? The sugar, no.
Yeah.
And then I have it in my pocket.
So where is it? Have you got sugar in your pocket? Let's see.
Yes, I threw it away, all the other one, I threw it away. There.
So, yeah. So what is that?
And I thought
wrapped
I
into a cup.
put it inside some there.
But you never had these sugar cravings before?
No, never.
You think it's because you stopped drinking?
Yes, and I replace the drinking for the sugar.
Yeah.
The sugar give you high, do you understand?
Yeah.
And a lot of sweet thing like this. No? And it doesn't get me drunk, but it stole my mind, you understand? Yeah. But I was eating sugar like, you know that?
Yeah.
This
because before you never used to eat sugar.
Never, you know, not the coffee.
And now I see you chugging it.
Because I have whiskey and drink whiskey and make sugar. Yeah. I have a whiskey or beer or something.
Mm-hmm.
That's from a kind of.
Do you remember our address?
No, I don't know. That's one thing. No, I wrote it down in somewhere. Usually.